Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna.
And I'm Paula, and today we have Whitney Miller with us. How you doing?
Hey, y'all, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me again, I must say. I love coming on again.
Well, we love having you here.
Well, I wasn't here the first time, so it's definitely a pleasure the second time.
Yeah, you weren't. But this time, second time's the best time, I guess.
Definitely. Second time's a charm.
Yes, we had two of us to harass you instead of one.
Yeah. Okay, so the most important question ever. Who is Whitney Miller?
Oh, man, that's a big question. But ultimately, I think the bottom line is I am somebody who tries to live on the edge and go after my fears as much as I possibly can. And hopefully through that, share my story and give people permission to do the exact same and do whatever the hell it is that they want to do.
Awesome. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it includes danger for sure. At least in my world.
Why not?
Something tells me we get arrested if we have one too many drinks, though.
We might. Yeah, we might. But you know what? We'd have a good story. So.
Absolutely.
I love that. That'd be awesome.
Oh. So tell us, who are some of the people that have inspired you musically?
Growing up, with my parents, I used to listen to Johnny Cash and Patsy Cline. And, I love Susan Tedeschi now and Bonnie Raitt. And so those have always just kind of been my influences. But, in the country world, I love Miranda Lambert, and Gretchen Wilson has always been like my, hero and just the way that she does things. And so I just have nothing but love for them. And I think you can start to hear some of those influences in my music that I have out for sure. I've used some of their references and now as I kind of transform a little bit more onto the rock side of things, you'll hear some country in there, but it's mainly rock, which is really exciting.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Definitely excited.
Tell us about this new podcast you might have coming out.
Yeah, so I hosted a podcast for quite a few years previously, and I just had so much fun doing it. I love, as y'all probably know, sitting down and talking to people. You get like uninterrupted time with them to really get to know them and just have a cool conversation. And I've been wanting to bring it back, and I know a lot of my audience has been asking for me to bring it back. And so I decided, all right, let's just sit down and do it again. It's called Outwit Yourself, and it's basically just all about outwitting yourself at your own game, like any fears that come up or any doubts that say you can't do something or you shouldn't do something. Like, what is that thing that you have to do to outwit yourself? And obviously my name is Whitney, so we had to have a little play on the word there, little pun. So, yeah, we're really close to getting that out into the world. And that's something that I feel like it's going to give people a real look into me and how I work, because it will be long form content, right? So it's going to be about an hour. And my whole goal is that whoever's listening, y'all or anybody that's listening, feels like they're just sitting down at the table having a conversation with me or whoever the guest is.
Oh, sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be a lot of fun.
I was going to say, just trying to get someone to overcome a fear in general and just to take action is in itself immense. I mean, no matter what you're doing. I mean, granted, jumping out of an airplane, sometimes you get pushed, because you're attached to someone, but total different story there, right?
Yeah, it's still scary. I mean, you still got in that plane, you know what I mean?
It is
but
scary.
Yeah, I think it's just, it could be the smallest fear ever. It could be making one post on Instagram. It could be doing a cooking class, going to dinner by yourself, traveling solo, like singing, whatever it may be, however small it may actually seem. It's just all relative. And I think once you finally take the step towards that, it's the best feeling in the world. I always say my favorite feeling, like if I could bottle it up, is that feeling right after you do something you're afraid of. Whatever that is, I'm here for it. And that's like what I'm chasing.
I have to say, it's the adrenaline rush. Every time we do an interview, I'm always nervous beforehand, but then afterwards, you have that amazing adrenaline rush of like, we did it again, even though we've done it, I don't know, hundreds of interviews, but you've done it again, and it's amazing. It really is. So I
It
can
really
understand.
is. It really is.
It is. And the gratitude that comes with it. I will say that much. That's
Definitely.
been the biggest thing.
Oh, cool.
So,
Yeah.
so okay, so we know that there's a new EP in the works. So and you were just mentioned it's a lot more rock. What can you tell us about it? Other than it's in the process.
Yeah, it's in the process. I've been working on this EP now for, gosh, almost close to a year, just writing and making sure that the music is where I want it to be. I found a new producer in that time, Andrew Bayless, who does, a lot of people here in town, including Jelly Roll and Pecos and the Rooftops and, that whole vibe. And so I wanted to find somebody who was not straight down the line country, because I'm not straight down the line country. I never have been. But country is in my roots. I grew up in South Texas. And so I don't want to completely run away from straight down the line country. So it'll have, very rock instrumentals, and I naturally sing with a twang. So that'll still be in there as well. And I feel like country now is starting to broaden its horizons on what we consider country, especially when it comes to rock music. And it's super exciting for me because I wasn't doing that because I knew country was going that way. I just felt like that's where I wanted to lean more, and started working on it. And now we're at the process where we're going through the mixes, and there's still some smaller tweaks that I want to make. But we're getting close to splitting hairs. And once I'm splitting hairs on the mixes and what I want to change, I know that we're very close. And I'd say we're getting to that point. And then there's a few other demos that we definitely want to cut as well. So that either go on that same project, or maybe I'll release them a little bit later as singles. But this is, to me, a full representation of who I am as an artist, and trusting that it'll be received by the people who like it. And if people don't like it, that's okay too. That's just kind of how it goes in any sort of art. And so now I'm just making sure it feels good for me before I put anything out there. Cause I'm one that, I don't have much patience, and I really like to put things out as soon as as soon as they're done. And I've done that in the past and haven't been 100% all in on it. And I decided that I'm just going to work on my patience and make sure this is absolutely 100% Whitney.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And previous music you put out is amazing too. Cause I love Go Ahead and Make It. That's a great song.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a fun love country song. It was one of the first songs that I actually ever wrote. I wrote it with Will Knack, who's the guitarist for Parker McCollum. And we just went into the room one day, and I think he was maybe hanging out with some girl, and I was just recently out of a relationship. So we're like, let's talk about that in a song and see what happens. And Go Ahead and Make It was what came out. And I still really love that song for sure. It's like very near and dear to my heart.
So when you're writing a song, do you have a special place that you like to go, or is it like a certain time of day, or is it just comes to you?
It just it just comes to me. I mean, I think any artist, as far as I know, we have constant, notes in our phone and voice notes of different melodies or choruses or lyrics. Or, as I was sitting here waiting to get on this interview, I was recording a melody that just kind of popped in my head and was like, oh, I should just record that. And then, sometimes I will sit down and try to write. Other times it's just when inspiration strikes, and I'll just kind of see what I've already had in all of my voice notes and see if any of it makes sense, or if it hits home and feels good to kind of chase that tail.
Sounds good.
It's awesome. I always love to know that who's what everyone's doing in their writing process. I'm the type I write every day. So regardless, sometimes it's junk to me. And sometimes it's just total writing for myself. And other times it's like, oh, this is great. This would be a great idea to take to a co-write, or,
Exactly.
move forward.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. It's just like, okay, I'm just going to, and I think that's one of the things with the creative process is that there really are no bounds to it. You have to come up with your own way of doing it. And if it's sitting down every day at 3 p.m. in front of your computer or with your notepad and writing, or if it's when inspiration strikes, or, like, as y'all probably know, 2 a.m., you can wake up from a dream and hear something, recording it in your phone to try to not forget it. And I've done that a lot of times and then wake up in the morning and have thought, oh my God, that was terrible. What was that? Or, oh my God, that is awesome. That's what we're going to write today.
Same thing, same way.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I just do that just for the practice of trying to find, like, I'm one of those wordsmith peoples. So I love when like that's, that perfect word hits and you're like, that was good. Like you just know that was the word. Like that's, yeah.
So true. It's so true. And the more you do it, like the more you follow that vein, you just have no idea where it goes, which I think is one of the things that's so exciting for me in the process is you can sit down in a co-write and have zero clue what you're going to write that day. And then, a few hours later, whether you finish a song or not, you've opened a new box that you've never opened before. And that I think is really cool.
Yeah. Sounds awesome.
So would you like to do our crazy questions?
Heck yeah, I do. Bring them on.
I made sure I have some new ones for you,
Okay.
Oh yeah. We definitely got some new ones. Okay. My phone's going mad.
Your computer's going mad again?
It's going mad. Yeah, Instagram. Ding, 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 ding. Stop vibrating. So annoying.
She has a question somewhere.
Actually, no, I say it's not annoying. It's really good because it's all crazy women country stuff, but it's like ding, 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 ding on my phone.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Questions. Okay. We'll start off nice and easy. What's your favorite type of transport?
Favorite type of transport?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a car, a plane. I don't know. I don't have a patience, so I would probably say a plane because you get there the absolute fastest. I'm not down for road trips. I'm like, so just get me there.
You need transportation. You need teleportation. That's what you need.
Sign me up for that.
If you had a pet parrot, what would you teach it to say?
My first idea was a cuss word, of course, because that's just a mouth like a sailor. But geez, I have no idea what I would teach it to say. Probably something weird and inappropriate. Because you can't just go for like, "Hey, good morning," or like, "You're doing a great job." Maybe I would tell it to tell me I look pretty.
That'd be cool. When you walk in the room, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're having a bad day, do you have a feel-good TV show or film that you go to?
Yes, but one of my things that I love to do, I have a reality TV addiction. So like just throw on any reality TV show and I am a happy camper. That's just super easy. I know it's like terrible, but I am here for it.
Yeah, I'm not much of a reality TV show person, but yeah.
I finally watched The Bachelor. You might be proud of me, but it was the Golden Bachelor, just so you know.
Well, Golden Bachelor is the best Bachelor that ever was. It's so good. Yes, I can't wait for the next season. Gary, are you kidding me? Let's go.
Awesome.
So which way should the toilet paper hang? Over or under?
I think maybe over. Yeah, I like over. That sounds nice.
Yes, we can stay friends.
Okay, cool.
I love that. This question splits everything. Yeah, it's cool. What's your favorite sporting event?
I would say UFC, MMA.
If you could have a lifetime supply of anything, what would it be?
Yeah, tahini. Do y'all know what tahini is? Oh my God, you're missing out on the world. Tahini is this, my mouth is watering literally as I talk about this. It's this chili salt that you can put on, you know, margaritas or fruit or anything like that. But it's like this very limey chili salt. And I'm absolutely fully addicted to it.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to figure out how to use it now. I'm cooking.
You don't even need to cook. Honestly, you can just put it in your hand and lick it.
That is an addiction.
Yeah.
There's our TikTok videos. No.
Yeah, right.
It's a new TikTok thing. Yeah, that's fine. That would be cool. If you could write with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Dolly Parton.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be really cool. I would love to see what happened there. She's just a genius. Oh my gosh. Hi. Little floof.
He is a
What
floof.
you-
You need a haircut. You need a haircut.
Oh, he's so cute. You can hardly see his little eyes.
No, you need to you're gonna get down now, aren't you?
He's like, hi, I said hi, I gotta go now.
Right.
I'm the dog, I'm in charge. That's how that works. Dogs are in charge. We just cater to them.
My little man.
Finish this line. Today, my favorite song is.
Today, my favorite song is, you know, I'm going to Luke Combs, but I can't remember the name of the song at the moment. But I've just had it on repeat a whole bunch. Is it Love You Anyway? That might be it. It's basically just saying his heart gets totally smashed regardless. He's gonna. I want to love you anyway. And I just think it's so cute, and I don't know. I love it.
That's cool. I love that.
It's a really beautiful sentiment, you know, because it's like even if you get your heart completely broken and you know that, you're still gonna go through it.
Yeah. It's worth it sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. If your life was a reality show, what would it be called?
Probably like Whitney Does, you know, because there's nothing that I won't try. So it's like Whitney does skydiving. Whitney does something crazy. Whitney, I was gonna say like, oh hell, here she goes again or something. I don't know. But I'm always chasing something adrenaline inducing and fun. I love to just play and have fun. I really feel like this world, you know, is just like a giant playground and it should be kind of treated that way. And at the end of my life, I'm going to have an insane amount of stories to tell my grandkids and feel like I squeezed all of the juice out of life that I possibly could.
Sounds amazing. Actually, I would actually watch that reality TV show. That would be a good one.
Absolutely. We're in. We're just gonna get that going like next week. And yeah, you know,
There we
you
go.
still the podcast, but we're gonna get that going now.
Yeah, sign me up.
If you were a ruler of the world, who would be your top advisor?
Probably I was about to say my dog because I was looking at her and like, I honestly feel like she might give the best advice than anybody in this world. Yeah.
I love that. You give great advice, didn't you? Doggy biscuits.
Yeah. They know more than we do. We just get all up in our head. They're just like locked in all the time.
They are totally. Okay. If you owned a bar, what would you call it?
If I owned a bar, what would I call it? Oh man. Y'all hit me with some hard questions here. I gotta really think about these.
We can't make it too easy for you,
I know, but you can't make the bar name too easy. You know, it can't be like Bottoms Up because that's lame. You know, and it can't be like Whitney's Tavern because that's lame. It would probably, I don't know, something. The Watering Hole, maybe. That's kind of lame too. See, I got to really think about these things. Getting down to wits.
There you go, getting down to wits.
Living on the edge. Getting hammered. I don't
know.
Oh, okay. So tell us, if you were arrested for something, what would it be for?
What wouldn't I be arrested for? The real answer. My last thing that I got nervous about, I've never been arrested. Let me just say that first, knock on wood. But I was worried during the snowstorm that I would get arrested because I was snowboarding behind a car, and that can't be legal. But but I didn't
They do
get,
tubes behind the car too and stuff. So, come on.
yeah, that's fine. It's safe.
It's fine.
Yeah. Totally fine. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't get arrested for fighting or like doing anything mean, that's for sure. Because I just don't do that.
Something
but-
adrenaline. I see that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like jumping off of a bridge into a lake or something. I'd be like, oh, you can't do that. And I get arrested for that.
Oh, I love that. Okay. What is your guilty pleasure food?
Ooh, I love gushers, particularly sour gushers.
What are gushers?
It's-
Are they like
they're-
gummies?
They're
like
gummies with like in the inside. Go, I'll let you explain it.
Yeah, there's just like gummies that have this like kind of juicy thing on the inside that like gush out when you eat them, and I like the sour ones.
I don't think we've got them over here. I need to check. I'm going to have to start looking at the English stores now, see if I can find them.
I mean, you got to check on that, and you got to check on tahini.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Yeah.
check the foods.
I'm gonna have to just send you some and be like, yeah,
You
customs is
might have
okay.
to.
It's just an American sweet treat, and yeah, it's good.
Exactly.
I love it. That's
What
awesome.
is this red stuff coming out of the box? No, it's okay, really. It's all good.
What is it?
Just lick it. You'll like it.
Yeah,
I love that.
we have to use that line later.
That's a great line. Just lick it. Love it. That's so cool.
Maybe that's the name of my bar.
I was just thinking that. That'd be cool. Just lick it. That'd be awesome.
Oh, okay. So, wait, was that our questions or do we have more? I'm sorry.
It's all of them.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Nice
Okay,
guys.
losing my mind today. Sorry. It is a manic Monday, so yeah, that's all. That's my excuse.
Yeah.
We're living up to it. Yeah, definitely.
So tell us, what else is happening for this year? Like, obviously, we know the EP is going to be coming out and things like that. So, what else do you have planned for this year?
Yeah, once we get the EP out, which will probably, I'm hoping for, summertime for that to happen. Then we're going to plan on doing a tour, and that'll be here in the US and definitely in Texas, where I'm from. But right now I'm just trying to grind and keep my head down and focus on getting this music to the point to where I'm, a 100% full send all the way in. Yeah. Other than that, just having some fun, not forgetting that I'm doing this because I love it and because I have fun doing it. And I think a lot of the times, we can get caught up in the industry and what the industry wants and how it should be, and you lose touch with your ultimate why and why we're doing this. And so for me, it's staying as grounded as possible in that and getting the work done, but having fun while I do it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't imagine you not having fun. No offense. Like, you're just that bubbly, fun person. Like I can see if I was having a bad day, I'd be like, "Hey, Whitney," you'd be like,
"Yeah, call me. I got you." You can call me.
Maybe trip to the States and go to Texas.
A lot of people, like my boyfriend often mentions, he's like, it's crazy when you have like an off day, because I'm never really like that sad or anything. I'm just not full throttle all the time. And it's just like slightly below normal. So you know what? Just call me.
Like a 90% with me and then it's 110% up here,
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
It's been such a pleasure having you on today. And you're welcome back anytime, as I said before.
Well, thank you so much. I always love coming on. I really appreciate the support. And maybe when the EP comes out, we can chat again.
Oh,
Sounds
definitely.
like a plan.
Make sure you send us all the details and we'll obviously promote it across our platforms and everything else to let everybody know. So that'd be cool.
I appreciate it.
And if you can send us in advance, we'll try to get a nice review out and help you out there.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. I would love that. Thank you.
Cool.
Absolutely. And for Whitney's current music and to follow her, links will be in the description as usual. And thank you all for joining us for another episode. Have a great day.
Adios.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.